What's happening, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to another episode of The Drop, the show where I let you know what games are coming out this week. Now, I will say, Team Sonic Racing looks to be a genuinely good kart racer coming out this week. On top of that, we've got a game called Observation and some other games that are worth talking about as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. To kick things off this week, we have Team Sonic Racing coming out on the PS4, the Xbox One, the Switch, and the PC. Team Sonic Racing combines the best elements of arcade and fast-paced competitive style racing as you face off with friends in intense multiplayer racing. Race together and work together as a team by sharing power-ups and speed boost. Take control of your racing style, choose from 3 distinct character types, and unlock game-changing vehicle customization options to suit your racing style. Gear up, speed up, team racing at Sonic speed, and of course there are some key features, including online multiplayer and co-op modes, performance and skin customization that alter the way that you look and the way that you play. Wisp are 14 spectacular offensive and defensive items to help overcome rival teams. Adventure mode has a unique story experience where players are introduced to the basic game features and characters. And of course, there are various characters and types, 15 playable characters and 3 distinct character types, including speed, technique, and power to explore and use. So if you didn't catch all of that, what you need to know is that this is a very good looking kart racing game. It's not as good, according to reviews, as the kart racer that came out back in the day, but of course nostalgia comes with a pair of rose-colored glasses, so taking those off, this looks to be a pretty good modernization of the classic Sonic kart racer. Of course, with all of the team elements, if you do have friends to play with that are into kart racers, this very well could be a phenomenal game for you, especially considering that the entire team reaps the benefits of the boost, the power-ups, etc. That's a very cool mechanic in my opinion. So if you did want a kart racer that rivals Mario Kart in a lot of ways, then you might want to check out Team Sonic Racing when it comes out this week on the PS4, the Xbox One, the Switch, and the PC. Next up, we've got Observation coming out on the PS4 and the PC. Observation is a sci-fi thriller uncovering what happened to Dr. Emma Fisher and the crew of her mission through the lens of the station's artificial intelligence, Sam. Hi, I'm Sam. Players assume the role of Sam by operating the station's control systems, cameras, and tools to assist Emma in discovering what is happening to the station, the vanished crew, and Sam himself. I'm right here, I'm fine. When you first read the description for Observation, it sounds eerily similar to a game called Tacoma, which is pretty much the same idea, where something has happened to the crew and you have to figure out what happened by wandering around and trying to find out what actually happened. However, Observation changes the game just a little bit because you are pretty much looking at the entire setting through the lens of literal lenses, those of the security cameras. For those that want to play detective and figure out what's happening on this ship, I will say it's a pretty cool looking game, and on top of that, it is coming out on the Epic Games Store, so it is also on sale via the Epic Games Store. You can pick this one up for $12.49 on PC until June the 13th because of the Epic Games sale, but it's also coming out on the PS4 this week if you did want to give it a look. And to round out today's show, we have Dauntless coming out on the PS4, the Xbox One, and the PC. Powerful, wild, and ravenous for the Aether that holds the Shattered Isles aloft, behemoths are a threat to our very existence. Team up with other Slayers to confront these massive beasts before they consume what is left of our world. Discover your strengths and refine your skills as you fight alongside up to 3 other Slayers. Whether you choose to hunt with real-life companions or match with Slayers across the globe, you will always have a friend in the fight. Harness the power of behemoths you hunt by converting their parts into powerful armaments. Dyes, cells, and transmog stones let you further customize looks and loadouts to define your role as a legendary Slayer. Join millions of Slayers who call the Shattered Isles home. From the frontier settlement of Ramsgate to the turbulent reaches of the Maelstrom, there is so much to explore and so much worth protecting. Now you might be saying, Sam, hasn't this game been out for a while? Yes, in early access on PC. This week we are seeing the full version 1.0 release of Dauntless, and that includes the release on PS4 and Xbox One as well, so that's a pretty big deal. On top of that, the game is free, and basically it's free to play Monster Hunter. That's all you need to know. All kidding aside, it looks like a pretty good game, and it is free to play, so if you do want to dive in and give it a shot, you literally have nothing to lose, and it's coming out this week on the PS4, the Xbox One, and the PC via the Epic Games Store. To end off today's show, we have a slew of ports coming to the Nintendo Switch and some honorable mentions. First off, This War of Mine is coming out on the Switch, Resident Evil 0 HD Remaster, Resident Evil HD Remaster, Resident Evil 4 HD, and Resident Evil Origins Collections, the last of which does get a physical release, are all coming to the Nintendo Switch on top of Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, which came out a couple of weeks back on the PS4 and the Xbox One, and now it's out on the Nintendo Switch. And so that wraps up this week's episode of The Drop. Of course, if you are brand new here, this show is hosted every Sunday. I've got new content coming out throughout the week, so subscribe and stay up to date on the hottest stuff that comes out on this channel. But you can always follow me on Twitter at PrettyChillGuy to stay up to the minute, up to date with everything that I make. But until next time, you guys have a phenomenal rest of the week. I will talk to you soon, and peace.